910 Sports with Icon E and Jacob the Great. The podcasters who speak their minds, not afraid to go against the grain, while discussing the latest topics in the NBA, NFL, college football, basketball, and more. Giving the latest interviews and spotlighting the youth of today and tomorrow, and the coaches who put it all together while building championship programs.
What's going on? It's your boy Icon E, and we here on episode 12, 910 Sports here on this Sunday morning. I want to thank God for the opportunity to come on here. I'm pretty sure my co-host, they'll be on here in a minute or whatever. So today we have, later on at 9 a.m., we'll have the defensive back, Jawain Granger from Delaware State. So we'll have him on today, or whatever, at 9 a.m. Just before we get into some other stuff, I'm going to give them a second to jump on here. Later, next week, we're going to have the author Ramon Kegler. But y'all don't know who Ramon Kegler is. So we'll have a different type of episode next Sunday. This is a guy who's an ex-convict. He spent, I think, 20 years in prison. And the reason why we're going to have him on next week is because so he can tell his story of redemption. I feel like it's a story of redemption. We have a lot of people who basically right now are going through a lot of things, and you see a lot of people getting in trouble, especially athletes and different people and entertainers definitely getting in trouble. And this guy, spent 20 years in prison and was able to turn his life around. So this is a story of redemption that we're going to be telling. Let him tell his story next Sunday morning. He's also from my hometown in Southern Pines, North Carolina. We're going to talk sports with him too, because I know he's a sports fan. So just to kind of let y'all know, we don't just have people on here that that's necessarily an athlete themselves or whatever. We do have other people. Like anybody can come on our show. Is our only criteria that you're able to talk sports. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? If you have something that if you have a product that you're trying to sell, if you have information that you're trying to give out, whether if you work for like in the government or something like that, or you got information, or you with an organization, and you want to try to spread information, you can come on our show. It's not just about athletes coming on here. It's about anybody to come on here. As long as you can speak on sports, then that's all we ask or whatever. So I just want to give a plug out. We here on CEV Sports Network. I've already been syndicated on 420. 420 we lit out of Atlanta, Georgia, with my girl lady Royale. So we started getting syndicated on her network last Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm on the Benita show out of Delaware and Connecticut, New York area. We're going to be syndicated on there also. We working on 808, the Raw 808 Underground. Going to be syndicated on there also. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to get into some information. Just this past week, start off with Desean Jackson. For y'all that don't know, Desean Jackson signed with the Raiders. So what does this mean for the Raiders? When first asked to get out of the Rams, Raiders was one of the places I thought he should go. They just lost Henry Ruggs to the tragic situation that he was involved in with the car accident where he killed the young lady, 23-year-old young lady in a car accident on a speed of 157 miles per hour. So I thought that, Desean Jackson, of course, he's older, but he still could take the top off. You know what I'm saying? He can still get down the field and make some things shake. Hold on, here goes my partner coming on now. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
You're doing pretty good yourself.
I'm good. I just was here talking about the Desean Jackson signing to the Raiders, or whatever. I wanted to see what you thought about that before we get into the other two conversations. So we got Jawain coming on at 9 a.m., correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get into that first. What do you thought? What were your thoughts on the Desean Jackson being signed to the Raiders?
My thoughts on Desean Jackson. Yeah, I think it could work out, but he's bouncing around teams like crazy. So we'll just see where they fit him at. I think he can give him because he still got that speed and he's still pretty good. At running routes. So I think it could work for them. I think I don't think he's gonna be the first option though. I think that he kind of be like a Cole Beasley. You know what I'm saying? That give you that burst when you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is with losing Henry Ruggs, kind of funny how all this stuff is working itself out or whatever. But since them losing Henry Ruggs, they needed somebody else that can take the top off a little bit and be a downfield threat. So I think if nothing else, he's a stopgap and he gives Derek Carr another option. So I do feel like he gives Derek Carr a better option when it comes to a downfield threat, getting the ball down the field. So I do think that does help in that regard or whatever. If it's going to be long term after this year, who knows? Depending on what their chemistry is like and how that goes, whether or not they be able to continue it on. But I do think it was a good move on his behalf. But anyway, so next, the whole.
Hey, bro, you sound like you breaking up just a tad bit.
I am.
Yeah, sound muffled.
Okay, so I'm not sure if it's my side or your side or what, whatever. Hold on. If anybody's out there that can hear me, let me know if I sound muffled at all. So leave a comment if you're listening to let me know if I sound like I'm muffled on my end. Not sure if it's my end or my partner's end or whatever. So let me know. Because I'm here in this hotel room. So I'm on my hot spot. But anyway, Odell Beckham situation.
It kind of fell in pretty perfect because I think Woods got a torn ACL, so I think it fell in pretty perfectly. So and we just gonna see if he still got them strengths that he always had, man. So we just gonna see.
Oh yeah, because what's crazy about it is it changed the whole dynamic now. Because he went from being the number 3 option to at least the number 2. Of course, Cooper gonna be number 1 option. You know what I'm saying? Because him and Matthew Stafford already got that chemistry. But he went from a number 2. He went from a number 2 option, a number 3 option, where he really wasn't to be relied on, but to probably make a few plays and kind of just get himself acclimated to now. He got to show himself to be the Odell Beckham of old. So now we're gonna really find out if it was Baker Mayfield or if it was Odell Beckham or a little bit of both. Now, me personally, man, I think it was Baker Mayfield.
I don't care if he don't do nothing for this for these first couple of games. I'm gonna always say it was Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Trash.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We good.
We're good. Let me see.
Talking about Odell and if we gonna see if he still got the same, explosiveness as he once had. If we gonna see it was him or it was Baker Mayfield. And I said, man, I don't care. He don't do nothing the first couple of games. I'm always say it was Baker Mayfield. He trash, man.
With Robert Woods out, I don't know how you don't see, Odell being productive.
I mean, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna see if he still got that same explosiveness as he once had, because when you on the field and you really not getting the ball, sometimes it takes you a little minute to get back into a rhythm. So I just want to see if he can get into the rhythm early. But to have a receiver like that on the Cleveland Browns and you don't really get the ball to him, man, I just think the whole organization is trash. Throw him out the window, put a bread tie on it and throw him in the trash.
he said throw a bread tie on. Oh, hey, oh, shoot. I mean, like I said, man, we about to find out. But I don't even know if he playing this week. He probably not gonna play this week because he just signed Friday. So he's gonna probably be added this week. So it'll probably be next week before he can get on the field. So that'll give him at least a few days of practice with Matthew Stafford. And I kind of like what Matthew Stafford said because Matthew Stafford basically was like, listen, we're not gonna necessarily, he gonna have to come in and work and acclimate it and we'll see how it goes. So it wasn't like, oh, yeah, man, I'm so happy to get him. And he wasn't starstruck and like, oh, we're going to throw him in there. He wasn't like that. He was more like, you got to come in and work and prove himself and whatever. So I like the fact, because then he played with Calvin Johnson at one time, didn't he? Who was Matthew Stafford? Calvin Johnson. Yeah, so he done played with a big-time receiver, so he not going to be that starstruck, quarterback to come in and feel like, oh man, I got him now, so life is going to change. It was already doing good without him. So I mean, of course, Robert Woods, makes it hurts him a little bit. But if Odell can come in and give him a few plays here and there every game, I think it kind of make up for the loss of Robert Woods. I mean, I don't know what their contingency plan is. I mean, they still got Van Jefferson and see, Desean Jackson probably should feel kind of sick now a little bit because it's like, bro, if you'd have just waited it out, this would have been your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Not to say the Raiders are not a good opportunity, but Rams, Raiders, come on now. All you had to do is just be patient.
Man, but I can't. If you know the personality of Desean Jackson, man, that's really far-fetched what you just said. That's not his personality, bro. That's not his personality. Nah, bro. He ain't. Anybody that used to play for Philadelphia Seagulls, that's not their personality, bro. You know what I mean? That's like he wanted for right now. He wanted he wanted to be about him. No matter how old he get, he still wanted to be about him. And that's not what the Rams was trying to do, bro. You know what I mean? And then knowing that his arrogance, along with Sean McVay's arrogance, I mean.
But it's not even about age, though. It's the thing about, too, he injury prone. Like, Desean Jackson, I couldn't even tell you the last time he played, 12 games in the season, let alone 16 or 17. So, I mean, he's always been injury prone for, like, the last at least 5-6 years. So, it's not even about his age. You know what I mean? Everybody know his talent-wise, but he's not available when you need him the most a lot of times. So,
but that's not why they let him go.
No, they let him go. He wanted to leave. They let him go because he wanted to leave.
Because of his arrogance.
Yeah. He thought he should get more. But first of all, you come on a team that's already kind of built their wide receiver core. Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp balling for the last 2-3. They was balling before Matthew Stafford got there. You know what I'm saying? That let you know how good they were because they was putting up numbers before. They were doing decent. Now I ain't gonna lie, but Matthew Stafford got Cooper Kupp looking like doggone, D for somebody out
and everything.
Yeah, so I mean, that just lets you know that, like Desean Jackson came and played his role. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to be a number one on a receiver that basically ain't showed to be a number one in years. So I don't. That's why I'm like, I get what you're saying with the arrogance, but I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
and so when it comes to the vets that got some arrogance, I'm gonna tell you what it clash at, man. It clash at when they got these young coaches, like they feel like these young coaches don't know football like they know football, and so they feel like, what am I doing listening to this nerd football coach? And so that's where the arrogance clashes. And the younger coach feel like if I didn't know football, I wouldn't be the head coach. So it clashes right there, bro. It's just like you a vet on the job, and a young person got this degree, say you need to do it this way, but you've been doing it this way for years, and that's why you still the head person on the job. So I mean, it ain't about how can we put our heads together to make this union the best union and move forward for the benefit of the team. Everybody got some arrogance. Everybody got some arrogance. Everybody think they raised the right way. They don't want to compromise to really have both parties understand that we can do it this way and we can advance together. They don't want to do that, bro. That's just the way it is, man.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, next up is this Cam Newton situation. Now, does it shock me? No. Was I surprised when it happened? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But it does not shock me at all that because it's kind of funny. Last week when I heard the coach, you know what's kind of crazy? The coach said what he said about Sam Darnold. Nobody raised the eyebrow. Nobody really spoke on it. Like he basically was like, you know, like this, all these turnovers got to stop. And when they asked him pretty much the same question that the media asked Doc Rivers about Ben Simmons. And he pretty much gave the same answer. Like, I don't know. We have to see. So, you know, I know, you know, Ben Simmons and Doc, you know, Sam Darnold ain't look the same as far as superstar status, but this still was a big deal in the situation. You got a quarterback who everybody done anointed to be the next one since he came out of college. And they tried to blame the Jets for him being sorry. And I told people, and I told Jacob since we met, and I told everybody that are listening, I never liked Sam Darnold. I never liked him in college. Because think about, I'm one of them type of people. Once you annoy somebody, especially in college, then I'm going to watch. I'm really going to watch. When they tried to anoint Lonzo Ball, I really watched. And I said, okay, who is this person they're anointing early? And then when I see him in college throwing all these interceptions, I said, whoever this guy is, he's not the guy. And then they try to blame the now, of course, the Jets is a sorry organization. I get it. But at the end of the day, he never proved to me that he was ever worthy. And he's proven it even more now that he got to Carolina. Carolina's not the best organization in the NFL, but Carolina's not the sorriest either. You know, and Carolina got players. They got Robbie Anderson. They got Christian McCaffrey. They got different players that he plays. And his man is still – he throws interceptions when it's not even necessary to throw interceptions. It's not like he's throwing interceptions because he got a bad O-line or whatever. You watch Sam Darnold play, Sam Darnold is a terrible decision maker, period. So for him to be like all of a sudden, like, you know, like when the coach was like, basically, I don't know if he's going, you know, if he's going to be the starter next week. That I was like, I'm like Scooby-Doo, like basically like, oh, okay, let me see what's going on with this because his coach is not buying into him no more. You know what I'm saying? And then for them to go and get Cam like that and bring Cam back, like I said, I wasn't shocked. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of thought, well, maybe he should go back. But I know when he left, it wasn't even about the people in the building. It was on the owner was the only person that wanted him out. Whatever reason, he was one of those owners that I think was maybe he's one of them owners think he's the smartest person in the room and say like, you know what, I want to come in and start my own team up and I want to do this. You know how you ever work for a company where you get new ownership and the ownership come in and change everything. And really the stuff they changed, some of the stuff that they didn't even have to, but they did it just because they own it. And I think that's what the owner did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thoughts?
We're going to piggyback on what you said about the Jets. Hey, bro, let's be realistic here. You know, we got Icon, we got Jacob the Great, we got Miss Wildfire, and, you know, all of us have, you know, a logical mindset. So how about being realistic for one time, Icon E? Who, man? Just what quarterback on the Jets have looked like they were somebody? On any given Sunday, bro, like the Jets to get a quarterback in college that look decent. I ain't gonna say they the greatest, but after they go to the Jets, man, the rest of their NFL career is trash. Trash, bro. They just disrupt any type of career for a quarterback, man. Any type of career. Maybe the Jets should turn their organization to a rugby team or some or a lacrosse team or something, man. I don't know. But it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So, and with the whole whamma bam, thank you, ma'am, Cam Newton situation, man. I feel like Cam was did a raw deal, bro, and a lot of people that I know in the Charlotte area that's had season tickets and stuff like that, they always said that new owner wasn't gonna be there long, man. The dude that came in, part owner, whatever he was, they like he wasn't gonna be there long, and they already knew that they may not get Cam back immediately, but I heard some people from Charlotte say, man, we need to bring Cam back, and I heard people just kept saying it, and so when you around a city and that word is traveling that the city won't Cam back, that's what happened.
You know what Cam should have said? You know what Cam should have said? Cam should have said that the owner, when he came back, the same thing the teacher said on me. He should have never fired me in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But he should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let Crystal chime in. I'm gonna say this. I've never been a big Cam Newton fan. I just haven't.
Of course, of course not. Yeah,
you know what I mean, I've never been a Cam Newton fan. Like, I mean, I respect him. He seemed like he's a good guy. He do a lot off the field for his community and different people and stuff like that. So as far as and the thing about it was, it's funny because I see him in an interview. He started his own podcast like last year or whatever during COVID, and he was interviewing with the owner of Magic City in Atlanta. And no, I'll take that back. He was actually on an interview with who was it? I think Ocho Cinco, and they got a podcast. He was on their podcast, but he does have a podcast too. But he was on their podcast. Athlete. Yeah, I Am Athlete. So he was on there talking about his brand, like the hats and all that kind of stuff. And then when I said, oh, okay, I get it now. That's why it's not just about him being flashy, of course. That's a Atlanta thing to be flashy. That's why he dresses the way he does. A lot of people don't get that part. But at the same time, he had all of that. He's promoting his brand when he does the hats and all that. So I said, oh, okay, so I get it now. With all these, he coming out looking like Curious George, the dad from Curious George, with the hats and stuff on. You know what I'm saying? So I get all of it now. But at the end of the day, I think he out of any quarterback in the league, he fit the culture of Carolina perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the perfect person to be in an organization. Like, if you look at Brady and the Patriots and you look at Breeze and the Saints, he was in that mode of those quarterbacks. Like, you don't really see, he looks weird anywhere else but where he's supposed to be. So I think he's back where he's supposed to be, other than bouncing around to these other teams at the end of his career, and it don't look like, you know what I'm saying, like Joe Montana in Kansas City, and you know what I'm saying, and even Manning in Denver, even though he won Super Bowl, he still bled that Colts, you know what I'm saying, that Indianapolis Colts. So, Crystal, what you think about the Cam Newton, situation?
I think it's funny, honestly. I mean, I get it. I get, like, that's the place he should be. It feels like home. He said that. Of course, that's what he would say, because that's what you're supposed to say. He really didn't have a choice in a way. I mean, he had a choice, but he didn't have a choice. He had no other option. Like, nobody else was checking for him. And I guess it's good to go home, so to speak, and it's good to be wanted. And part of them wanting him is the fact that they look so bad. But Sam Darnold did not look bad before the running back got hurt. Sam Darnold looked like he was a vast improvement at least from the Jets. I'm not saying he looked, great, but he looked a lot better when he had McCaffrey in that backfield healthy. And maybe that limited his options, and make sure you give it to McCaffrey. I don't know. But they look terrible. So if I was a Panthers fan, I'd be asking for Cam back too. But they don't remember that they was asking for Cam. They was happy when Cam was gone too. They rejoiced when he was gone now.
Yeah.
A lot of Panther fans, not all of them, but a lot of them. But now you have to be back because you look like trash. And what is he gonna do if he can't lead you to the playoffs? Unless you got him to continue to the next 2-3 years. Then I don't know if it was. Maybe you did it to revitalize the team, the fans and stuff. Because he'll do some
Well,
good
the one
things.
thing it's gonna do is gonna sell tickets. It's gonna sell tickets more. If he don't do nothing else, it's gonna sell tickets. That's one thing that will do. You know what I'm saying?
And they asked him that. They asked the coach that, and he was like, "No, we got him to win." Nah, you want to sell tickets? Yeah, you want to sell tickets too. But I mean, I hope he does well.
The coach ain't gonna say that. You know, the owner. You know, that was Jerry Jones. You know, he'll go ahead and tell you the truth. Oh yeah, you know, he definitely box office. You know, whatever. Because you know, Jerry Jones, selling tickets is more important to him than winning. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that was Jerry Jones.
So that's what we're doing when we throwing shots. All right, okay. Okay, all right. Be ready though. I just want you, baby, to stay in the rain. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready because I know it's coming. So it don't even matter who starts. It don't matter who stole the first shot. I know the shots are coming. So whether you throw them or I throw them, the shot's gonna be there regardless. So it don't even really matter. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask this though. Have y'all watched? I don't know because how y'all call it basketball team? Because I know we ain't really got into it too much, too heavy.
Mine Tar Heels.
Tar Heels. Okay. So have y'all watched the first two games? Good. Y'all watched the first two games?
I haven't. To be honest with you, no, I haven't.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little synopsis on it. Get y'all caught up on it. They played against Brown University on Friday, and then Tuesday they played against, I don't know, they played some other high school, Laurel, Maryland, I think it was. That's who it was. They won by 16 on Tuesday night. Friday night they struggled. I'm not even gonna lie, but they was down the whole game downhill, and then like the last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes of the game, they started to get back in and took over in the last 5. Now, I will say the difference in this team over the last couple of years, this team actually can shoot. You know, I get like this, like Caleb Love and RJ Davis can shoot for real. Like when you know how they was touted, you know, that was when the scout report on them was coming out of high school that they could shoot. And last year, I don't know what that was, but neither one of them could shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, none of the players could shoot, throw the ball in the ocean. Now, RJ Davis hit like I think when he hit 6 threes the other night, because he the one that pretty much got him over the top. Like Armando Baycott kept him in the game early because he dominated the paint. Like he looked like Shaq down in that paint in most of the game. Like he was dominating. Whatever, they couldn't do nothing with him. Or whatever. And Caleb Love hit a few big shots early in the game to keep him in, and he was, you know, he kind of looked like how they said he was going to look. But I said RJ Davis, them last 5 minutes, he took over the game. Like he hit every big shot they needed, he made it. So the thing about this Carolina team that, you know, that was big with Roy Williams was defense. This team don't play a lick of D, because I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about it was a highway to heaven, like in that game. Like they got outscored like 42-38 in the paint. And I ain't talking about nobody throwing the ball down, like you throwing out to the big man and he turning around and getting the shot off. No, I mean these jokers was driving to the lane like at will. Like I'm talking about just beating a man off the dribble type deal every single time. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, if nothing else, y'all might need to have Roy Williams just come in and teach defense and keep him around just for the defensive part, because whatever's going on, Hubert Davis, I don't know what y'all got going on in practice, but y'all need to start speaking. You can say all the energy, they play with great energy, they come and da-da-da, and I don't have to ask them to do. Well, you need to ask them to play some defense, because that's what they didn't play. Matt, at halftime, put it like this. You playing against Brown University. Brown is known for the books, not the court. The team did not play last year. The team, listen to what I'm telling you. Out of all college basketball teams that played last year, Brown did not play. So these players ain't played in 2 years. They put up 50 points. They put up a 50 spot on them. You know what I'm saying? At halftime. You know what I'm saying? I think the final score was, I forgot the final score was like 92-80 something or whatever. But they might have you could say they played a little bit better defense probably in the last maybe 5 minutes. But I think it was mainly because the Browns started tightening up, and they not used to being in big moments, and they started missing the shots they're making early. They started missing and turning the ball over a little bit more. But I think that the main reason why is because it was just more of those things where you get in the last 5 minutes of the game, and and then you start to get tight. And I think what kind of happened with Brown, like Carolina was making all their shots, and Brown was missing all this. I think that's the only reason why they ended up winning the game. But I am encouraged by the fact that they can shoot the ball now. The transfers, Brady Manick, he's the real deal. I've seen him in 2 games. He's more of a what you call a pick and pop type player. So he's not your typical big man. He's gonna be your Porzingis type, or even like your Anthony Davis or your the players like that. Carl Anthony Towns, he'll give you a little post. He gonna pull out and shoot that 3 too. He can shoot free throws. He's the real deal. Leaky Black, I don't get Leaky Black. I know Leaky Black is a defensive minded player, but how you there for 4 or 5 years and still can't shoot the ball? What you doing in the summertime? Like Leaky Black,
he working on his feet.
I'm just like, and then all down like Hubert Davis early on, like he doing this thing now where like he I guess the first 2 games he playing with the starting lineup. I don't like that. If your starting lineup one game on Tuesday night and y'all pretty much dominated the team y'all was playing against Tuesday night, just come out and truck the same time I cut team out. Why are you trying? Don't got to make everybody happy. They college basketball players. They get a chance when they get their chance. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know who can play. You got your starters. You got Curran Walton. He was the only person that could shoot last year. He can still shoot again this year. So, but other than that, I don't like all this fumbling around, playing around with the lineup stuff. In practice who can play and who can't. So I mean,
he can mix it up, Icon.
Man, maybe the bench, but not the starting lineup. Like, come on now, like
he's trying to find the right lineup.
I mean, okay, this is the starting lineup right now. You got R.J. Davis, you got Caleb Love, of course, you got Emmanuel Baycott. Then you had Bemanik, who was balling on Tuesday night, gave you about 18 and whatever he gave you. And then you had Leaky Black. Now, if you want to take Leaky Black out, you know what I'm saying, I get it because he can't shoot, but he out there for defense. So you can't have all scores. You got to have somebody that's going to play some kind of defense. You know what I'm saying? And then but then Tuesday night or Friday night, you decide to put out Emmanuel Baycott, R.J. Davis, Caleb Love. Then you put in Darson Garcia, which was another transfer. He decent. And then I think they started Leaky Black. I'm like, if anything, take Leaky Black out and put in the Dawson Garcia because he there for defense. So I'm just like, I don't get that point. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take Leaky Black out. You know what I'm saying? So
man, stop coming for Leaky Black, man. Don't do that. Why you coming for Leaky Black like that, bro?
Man, come on, man.
There you go, bro. There you go. Hey, so you are one of those players. You was one of those players that always thought offense first. No matter what, it was offense. No. That's what you sound like.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. And I wish if one of my boys was listening to this right now. When I was one of the smallest people like I was a little kid. And we used to play basketball. I told you about my friends one night on the court, the 2 brothers, you know what I mean, that could shoot, that could play. One of them he was a point guard type, but he was one of the point guards that take you to the hole. He was real strong. His brother was a shooter, kind of remind you of like Allen Houston or somebody like that, or even Hubert Davis when he could shoot back in the day with the Knicks. He remind you of that type. When we would go play pickup ball, or we play in rec league, or whatever we play in together, they would put me on the best player on the team. I don't care if the player was 6'5" and I'm 5'7", 5'8". They'll put me on him just because they know I'm going to be, because that's back, everybody play rough and, you put your elbow in the person back and you kind of rough them up. So they'll put me on the player that they know, if nothing else, I'm going to get a little physical, and I'm little, so I might have to play a little dirty, but I'm going to be a little physical with you just because I know that's the only way I'm going to have a chance to stop you. So if you coming down lane for a dunk, I'm grabbing you out the air. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to grab you out the air.
Oh, you a dirty player.
Save the land.
Not dirty. I'm not gonna knock you to the ground. I'm gonna grab you and hold you up, but you just ain't gonna dunk on me. You know what I'm saying?
The Last Dance Part 2. We have Scottie Pippen Jr. in the building.
No, I ain't saying all that now. I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying that I understand the purpose of defense. I understand defense is necessary, but my whole point is, even if you're out there for defense like Leaky Black, at least be a Theo Pinson. Theo Pinson couldn't shoot, but Theo Pinson was like a Draymond Green. He'll give you a little bit of everything. He'll rebound, he'll assist the ball, he's a playmaker. A lot of times they used him to be the playmaker before they even used the point guard because they know he's gonna make right decisions. Leaky Black don't even do that. Leaky Black out there for one person. He been there for 4 years. You can't at least he got a little mid-range jump shot they hit every now and then. But if you're a senior, you should be averaging more than 4 points. I should be able to allow you for at least 10 to 12 points as a senior that's pretty much started all 4 years. You know, Leaky Black almost started like almost all 4 years, or at least 3 of them for the last 2 or 3. So I should be you should at least give me 10 points a game, at least. Come on, bro. Come on. I can't ask for 10 points out of a senior. Really? Are we serious? That's what we're doing? You know what I'm saying? Silence. I can't get 10. I can't get 10.
Man. Leaky ain't get recruited as no scorer, bro. Leaky got recruited as a defender and a rebounder, bro. And a person that balanced the team out in crunch time, man. That's what he got recruited as. He didn't get recruited as no scorer, bro.
What
he got recruited as a defender and a rebounder, bro. So you can't possibly want him to have 10, 12 points a game. So you want him to have 12 points, 12 rebounds every game. No, man, that's not what he does, bro. That's not what Leaky does, man.
So after 4 years of playing basketball,
man, I don't care if he played 22 years, man.
You can't give me 10 points a game.
No, Jerry Sloan.
You only got to give me threes. It don't got to necessarily be threes. But give me 10, something like athletic. He can get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? He can hit the little mid range. He can at least give me 10. You should not be a senior and you that athletic. I could see if he was a big man that was like had bad knees, like Sterling Manley. What's his name? Sterling Manley. When he was there, I could see he was a big man that had bad knees. But you were 6'7", basically 2 or 3 guard. But I will give you maybe a small forward. Maybe if you want to put a category, you want to put him in a position. Say he's a small forward, 6'7", athletic, and you can't give me 10 points. He should be able to give me 3 baskets off GP. Just cause.
Man, stop your madness, Jeff Van. Stop your madness, Jeff Van Gundy. Stop, man. Stop.
Come on, man. Really?
Stop, man.
Anyway,
Stop, Jeff.
Man.
Stop, Jeff, man. Don't be acting like Leaky is somebody that Mark Jackson will say, "Mama, there goes that man," because he's not that man.
No, he damn sure ain't that man. Shoot, he the stepchild. He ain't even the child. Matter of fact, he ain't the stepchild. He the adopted child that nobody know he adopted, but the mom and daddy. He adopted brother or sister you got. They'll find out that they adopted when the uncle get drunk at the party and tell you you adopted, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what Leaky Black is. Like I'm like when they trotted out the first game. I was like, hold on, Leaky Black still there? Like, huh? Why is he still here? I know they got the extra year because of COVID, but why? Go coach or something. Go do something else. Why are you still here? You know what I'm saying? You taking up a spot for somebody else. Like, we don't need you no more. You good. You showed us that we could not do nothing with you. Why are you still here? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, before my guy come on, now I watched Duke to a little bit. Duke hyped up again because Duke can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like they got players that can play. They athletic, but they can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? They went 1 for 30. They beat Kentucky and they went 1 for 13 for 3. I think the last game they played against some high school team, and you know what I'm saying, they didn't shoot the ball that well either. So I already could tell already they can't shoot. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Mike need to retire.
It is his last year. He already said it. It's his last year. They doing the retirement tour now. Like, you know, like every you know what kills me about coaches? Coaches who do what he did, like basically like retire right before the season start, but then act like they don't want all the accolades and all the hoopla around it when they knowing that that's what's gonna happen, especially somebody like legendary as Coach K. You knew exactly what was gonna happen. If you did it like
he racist.
You say, really? You think so?
Hell yeah, man. Like, I thought that after the whole Allen Iverson Olympics thing, did that change my mind about him, bro?
Allen
Iverson, he blocked he blocked Allen Iverson to get on that Olympic team, bro.
Well, why do you think it was a racist thing, though?
Yeah, shit. What else was it?
I mean,
if you don't like my if you don't like my style or my culture or the way I present myself, bro, listen, man, it's a lot of white players that present themselves like hippies. I don't see nobody singling them out.
So you think David Stern was you think David Stern was a
not
racist?
David Stern. Coach K was the coach of that Olympics team.
But what I'm saying was David Stern was the one that put the light on the whole thing. Kind of like, you know, made it, you know, kind of like threw Allen Iverson on the bus, basically coming up with the rule where the players had to come. At the time, you remember that the players had to come to the game suited and booted because of Allen Iverson. And that was because of David Stern didn't like the fact that Allen Iverson was showing up with 5X jerseys on and bandanas and jewelry on and all that. And he did and tattoos. He the one that implemented that. So that was way before Coach K, like, or whatever. But you know what I mean? I think it's more of an old school thing than I think it's a racist thing. I don't think it's a racist thing. I think it's an old school mentality thing.
All right. Okay.
I mean, we have to agree to disagree on this one. I just don't see him. I don't look at Coach K as being racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you think, Chris? You got to be a break at this one.
One at that time, one of the greatest players in the NBA, at the top of his peak, but you didn't want him on your Olympic team. Why? So if to me, bro, if you don't like my culture, though, I got a problem with that.
I mean, I get it, but you got to think too. When Coach K recruited players, he recruited a lot. Most of the players he recruited came from these two-parent homes type situations. He didn't really recruit the hood dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Michigan talked about. That's what the Fab Five didn't like about Duke because you know what I'm saying that was their whole beef with them. Like, you know, they all they do is fool dudes from the hood. And Coach K, all his players got Dan Ferry and Bobby Hurley and even Grant Hill and all these guys. They come from two-parent homes and they come from the suburbs and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They just could happen to play basketball. So that's always been kind of his MO is more of recruiting players that come from that world instead of coming from the hood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, Kyrie Irving and all this other stuff. If I said I don't think it's a racist thing, I think it's either a mindset of either old school or just saying I just want these type of players. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the hood part. It's like more of an entitlement thing or what you want to call it.
That particular situation, bro, and like Chris Webber and the rest of the guys had said, man, that you know, like you don't really they feel like that's a form of racism because you can't base it off their background or where they come from because you don't know the struggle that a parent had to go through to get them to where they're at now. So that's why they felt like they felt about Coach K. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just my thought process, bro. You know, you don't have to agree with it. You know, and if you don't, it's okay.
Yeah, we agree, disagree on this one. We'll get him back in. We got Jawain Granger just popped in. We'll do it last week. What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
All right. So we're gonna let my man here, Jacob the Great, he gonna introduce you, and then you get into this thing. So go ahead and take it away, Jacob.
All right, man. We got special guest, Jawain Granger, defensive back, Delaware State University. Standout player. Had a chance to build with him a little bit this week, and we're just gonna talk about his football career from start to finish, and gonna talk about how he sees what he can do to benefit the community as being a standout athlete as well to help the kids as well. So, man, when did you learn that you love football? At what age?
I would say about like 11. I had played for this little league team for like 5 years. Excuse my voice. But I seen I dominated this league that I was playing in. So then I decided to go to a different league. It was a travel team. So once I went there and I was dominating there, I told my brother, hey, man, this is what I want to do for a living.
Okay. So as you learn the game at 11, how many positions have you actually played, and what position do you love the most, and why?
I started out as a running back. I didn't like defense at first. I didn't like hitting. I was the guy that went around. I didn't want to get hit. I made the decision to become on defense in 8th grade. I went to this all-star game in California. I was the only guy from Delaware. And I seen, the first practice, they called the quarterbacks, the running backs. I'm looking, like 30 running backs. I was like, oh, man. I look over there on the other side, the DBs and the wide receivers. Only like 5. So I didn't come all the way from Delaware to California to not just play. So that day I went to play corner, and I've been playing corner ever since, man. Corner is my favorite position, man.
Okay. So from that, who was, like, as you learned the cornerback position, who did you watch a lot of tape on, and like, who influenced you the most?
I watched a lot of guys at my height. I'm only 5'10", so like Brett Grimes, Chris Harris Jr. I used to watch old tapes of Champ Bailey. I watched a lot of guys that like at my height that I can play, because I'm fast, very quick, but I can't watch a Jalen Ramsey or something like that. They're tall. I'm not that tall to be watching guys that big and nothing like that. So those are guys I watched growing up to imitate my game like.
Okay. Icon, do you want to follow up with something?
So from the time you played in 8th grade till now, what's the biggest thing you learned how to play the position itself? Like, what's the techniques that you've learned that kind of helps your game?
The most is your eyes. Your eyes. Stay in front of the guy, but your eyes tell it all. If I'm looking back at the quarterback, but not at the receiver, and I'm not going to see what the receiver does to me. My eyes stay on the man. The ball don't go to me. The ball go to him. So it's really my eyes and my feet. Keep quick feet. Stop my feet. He's coming full speed while I'm running backwards.
Okay, so are you more of a zone corner, or you feel like you locked down? So what do you feel like your attributes, what you bring to the game as far as being that type of corner?
To be honest with you, I think of both. I know how to be disciplined enough to stop in my zone and be in my own area. And I've shown as I've been in college, I'm a lockdown guy. When my team needs it, backside by myself, fade ball or slant at the goal line, lockdown guy.
Are you a travel corner with your team now, or do they just put you on one side and have you locked down one side of the field?
It depends, if we go into like a nickel package or something. Sometimes I go into the slot corner. Sometimes I stay outside. It depends who we're playing. We like to lock down a certain guy on their top guy. It could be from me or our other top corner on the other side, but I move more in the slot and into the outside corner.
Okay, so what's What's your top speed? What have you ran top speed as far as like in the 40?
The last time I ran a 40, I was in high school. Senior year was 4.46.
4.46. Okay, okay. So when you went to Delaware State, how many teams recruited you before that time? Like, do you remember the top school, or who was the biggest school that recruited you when you came out of high school?
To be honest with you, I had a bunch of interest that were turning into offers. They turned right into an offer because I had knee surgery coming out of high school. So I had like 4 or 5 very big interests. But Del State was even like an option at first. You know, it was a random phone call, and they, hey, you know, we don't got scholarships enough on level. We can prefer walk on. So at the time, I wasn't receiving no more phone calls from everybody because as soon as I was about to say, hey, I like to come to school, visit at knee surgery, they wasn't really having it. You know, they weren't biting back. So I didn't get no contact back. So I got good grades. I went to a private school. So I'm like, well, I don't have to go prep or JUCO, but I was thinking about it. And then once they gave me a phone call from Delaware, so I'm like, all right, well, don't have to be that much for my mother, you know, pay in state for a semester. I had high confidence in myself to, get a scholarship. And the funny story is how this whole played out. I came here. The first day I came here, they switched me to receiver. I was shaking. I'm like, dang, I'm going to be a receiver in college. After 2 weeks, this before my coach is here now, but after 2 weeks, they kicked me off the team, and I was unknown about. I was a regular student for a semester. Those coaches get fired. My coaches now get hired. So I tried the whole process again, went to the spring. Hey, how do I try out? Come talk to me this summer. This summer, the coaches watched my film from high school. And they was like, well, son, you don't even got to try out. We like you. I'm just going to put you on the team. They put me on the team. I'm back at corner. I didn't play until we were like 1-5 against Howard at the time. It was like 2018. It was like the third corner, 2 corners go down. My lucky day, I get in. I ended the game with 4 PBUs. And from there, I started the last 6 games of the season. And then going into that spring, I put on scholarship, became a starter, became a captain. And that's how I've been since, you know. I'm just blessed that Del State has done that for me.
And what year are you in now?
I'm a redshirt junior, but I'm graduating in December next month.
Okay. What's your major?
Accounting and management.
Okay. So, are you going to try to come back for your senior year, or are you looking at, or you have option? Do you have the option to try to go to the draft, or what's your kind of plans at this point?
My plan is to come back from my grad year, play. I can get a master's in a year, so get two degrees, and then I'll try my chances with the the whole process of going to the next level. But I thought it would be very smart, just in case. You never know.
Yeah. And it's kind of smart. It's kind of good you said that, because I think a lot of people just like zone in on, I want to make it to the next level, and they don't set themselves up for life after, whether it's life after college or life after the NFL.
Right.
Like you said, you already had an injury in high school, so you already know that it's not guaranteed that you might not get you make it to the NFL, and then another injury could pop up, and all of a sudden you out, and you already been through the trials and tribulations of people not believing in you and giving up on you. So if you got to the NFL and that happened again, then what's going to be your plan? Are you going to be a commentator like everybody else, or are you going to do something else with your life? You know what I'm saying? So you already the stuff you've been through is I think is a good thing, and a lot of people may not look at it like that, but it's actually it taught you about how real life really is. How people, they can praise you and say you the greatest thing since the potato chip came out, and then as soon as something happened to you, everybody turn their back on you. or whatever. So, Crystal, you got any questions?
Yeah. I had my question too. So congratulations on the win yesterday.
Thank you.
See that. You said you play corner, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when did you know that corner was your position in college? What moment in college?
I think it was. Well, I knew. I went to before I got to college. I knew I was just a corner, just off rip. After the little thing in Little League, and when I got to high school, I went to a prep high school, but our high school we traveled, so like I played the top competition, top 25 in the country every week. So I never experienced a home game, none of that. I was gone. Like I went all the way to Texas for football in high school, Florida, Alabama, like played the top team. So when I got to college, I was already confident enough that I can come in and contribute as a freshman or wherever they need me at. So I already had that confidence. But the moment that I knew in big time football in college was, I'm gonna say it was my opportunity, the Howard game. That first game I got in this is all I've been working for. I'm not nervous. It's the opportunity I wanted to be that guy they need, even though we were losing, but that's not the point. You go into the game. You don't go into the game, we're losing. So I'm just do what I can. Well, I'm gonna make a name for myself, help my team. We don't want them to score the ball anymore. So to go against the top guys, and that year we played them. I don't know if y'all know, but Cam Newton's little brother, Caitlin Newton, was at Howard at the time. So to defend his balls in the air, and their top receivers at the time, one of them went to he was an NFL prospect. So I was just excited for myself. Like I knew that was like opportunity to show to my team they can lean on me,
Right. I see in your first start you had an interception. Your first time starting, you had an interception.
Yeah.
And who is the best wide receiver you've gone against in college?
In college,
the hardest to guard, cover.
Oh, that's a hard one. I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna kind of say. It might be cliche. He's my teammate, but man, if y'all see his stats, I'm looking up. But his name Trey Gross. And I'd go against him every day, but that man that's a bad man right there. 81, he won us the game yesterday. He's a bad man.
Okay.
So go ahead. You had another question?
Go ahead.
What's the biggest team or brand name team, whatever that you play since you've been there?
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what conference are you in? What's the teams in your the main teams in your conference, or the teams that most people would know who are in your conference?
Oh, so we in the MEAC. So the two HBCU conferences, the SWAC and then the MEAC. So everybody see Jackson State, where Desean and I'm at, that's the SWAC. The MEAC is Del State, Howard, Morgan State, South Carolina State, Norfolk State, and some one more schools, North Carolina Central.
Okay, gotcha.
Are y'all still in with North Carolina A&T as well?
No, A&T left, went to the Big South. Bethune-Cookman left and went to the SWAC. And FAMU left and went to the SWAC.
Okay. Yeah, my son, he goes to Fort Valley State, but I'm not sure what conference that is. I know my son goes to Fort Valley State. Okay. He was a fan. Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, man. So basically the technique I talked about earlier with the eyes, right, as far as the body technique, as far as the way you move your hips and things of that nature, right, what have you learned that can help you and other cornerbacks that come behind you? Because I know the way you move your body, it has a lot to do with how you cover too.
Right. First, you want to stay square, at the line. A lot of people open up the gate or try to give him a direction to go. Well, you got to think you're backwards. He's going forward. So if you just open it up, your hips, give it to him, he's wide open every time. So you want to try to stay square in front of the guy so you can break left or right. The second thing with, you said my body, once he gets so much ground on me, I want to at least open up 2 to 3 yards before he's on top of me. Because if I don't open up right away or I open too late, shoot, it's just a fade ball or a post or just a step throwing up for a touchdown. And then I say the last part is it's called look, lean, and locate. So then when I'm attached to the guy, I get my hands on his hip, I'm leaning on the guy, and then I look for the ball, So it's like that's the biggest one when the ball's in the air.
Okay. Y'all got any more questions, Jacob?
Yeah. Brother Granger, as you develop the skill set, and what is the toughest team you played in the MEAC?
At the time, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you then, and I'm gonna give you now, because the same teams are not in the MEAC anymore. So I think the best team we play in the MEAC is either FAMU or A&T, North Carolina A&T, and then now it would probably be South Carolina State. They number one. We were supposed to beat them. We lost by 6. 13-7. So they the guys to beat. They're the toughest team right now.
I actually grew up with the father of the quarterback at South Carolina State. So I've been seeing him play since he was about 6-7 years old. So he I've never seen a guy that a lot of guys in all season don't train, but I'll be talking to his dad. His dad said his boy get up in the summertime every morning. He get him run 3-4 miles. So yeah. So but yeah, man. And so with that being said, I know your mom. She definitely pushed y'all to the next level and stuff. And knowing that your brother is going to be on here soon. Because he's a high school football coach, so he's gonna be on here soon with us too. So with your community involvement, because I'm pretty sure that you're a standout guy in your community, because everybody know who you are, because you're an athlete, and your mom seems like she's a pretty popular person in the community as well. So with that being said, what are some things you guys do in the community to really encourage the youth to go to the next level through the arts of education and the platform of football or basketball or baseball or whatever you do? Because I can tell that you just don't look like an athlete that just play one sport. So
Well, I just, when I decided to play football, just only football, I think I gave up. I used to play golf. I got a couple golf trophies. I ran track for a little bit. I quit. I just couldn't. I hated the whole running in the circle concept to me in my head. And in 7th grade, I quit. I think my last organized basketball game was in 8th grade or something. But things I do in community, I say I'm popular to the fact because I'm social also. I can speak very well, but I can talk to anyone. So I've been doing voluntary stuff since high school, but I go to the Boys and Girls Club. I've done like demolition of homes, like bad areas. I also have like a pottery flower event, with the youth. I've done, read books. Here we have like a preschool here on campus for kids. So read books to the kids a few times. Visit 3 of the elementary schools here in Dover. So I show my face off often, but I don't really push football on kids very, very much.
Okay.
When I go to camps, back at home, it's a training facility I go to. They hold camps for kids. I pushing on them, but when I'm around the community, I just talk to people. Some people don't get to talking much. Ask a person different questions, or what are you into? You like maybe it's something that I can chip into them to keep doing that more rather than I play football. You should play football. I don't really force that. I talk to the kids on that type of level.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, what's next for you, man? As far as I see you had that you get a degree. Is it what? Is business and accounting?
It's accounting and management.
Accounting and management. So, as far as that degree goes, what are some things you want to do with that degree? Is it any type of maybe management firm you want to open up, or what are your plans for getting that degree, and what do you see yourself foresee yourself doing with it to help you advance in the business world?
When I decided to become an accounting major, I thought I want to be a person accountant. I might be a person accountant, Jay-Z or Rihanna or something crazy. As I started doing more and more, I didn't want to just be an accountant. I wanted to be, a little versatile. So then I got into management. In management, you can do everything. I could be in HR. I could be assistant in a bank or something. I can be in different levels in management. So I want to be in both in some ways. I could be versatile to do both. I can be assistant, then I can be working human resources to help out a job or a company that's lacking in somewhere. But then since I'm coming back here to get my master's, I'm gonna do sports management. So I'm trying to keep it in somewhere, the sport, just in case, go to the league. Hey man, I'm already on top of it. I know how to do my, my taxes and my assets and liability. I already got it. I don't need to pay off someone to do my stuff. Probably eventually, I'm gonna be really busy.
Right.
But as starting out, probably for a rookie or something, you don't have the money, the resources to do it right away. I can do it on my own for a while, But what's next for me besides that, first and foremost, I'm gonna graduate next month. So I'm grateful for that, trying to beat my mother out, then how the off season goes in the summer, work, the young guys gonna come in, so being as a captain, continue being the leader, help them guys out, and then this year we didn't do well as we wanted to. We 5-5, we want to win this last game to go 6-5, be having a winning season. We wanted to win the MEAC, so put the work in to win the conference next year. That's really it. And then work on that Masters. I'm tuned in to hear what's going on in Dover, Delaware, man. I think we're doing something special. If you look it up, since my head coach Rod Middlestead has been here, we've been breaking records, making new history, not even knowing it, just doing it and just keep working and working. So trying to win us a ring down here in Dover, man.
I can dig it, man. So that's kind of all I have, man. I just want to say salute to you, young king, and keep shining, rising with the stars. And we're gonna be watching you and rooting for you, man, and definitely be having you back as a special guest as well. So if there's anything you have, Icon and Crystal, do y'all have anything else?
Well, I want to go back. I want to go back to a couple of things because it kind of threw me off. You said pottery, so I want to know, how does that play in the locker room with the teammates that know you in the pottery. You know, what those conversations like when you first told them about that? How that conversation go?
Like, what you mean?
Like, I've never seen a young man. That's the first thing. And I'm not gonna lie. When I was 18, 19 years old, if I would have told my friends I was in the pottery, they would have looked at me like, well, you know what I mean? Like, you know. And I just want to know, like, one, how did you get into that? Like, that's different. That's a new one. Like, I really, you know, I admire something like that. Because I like people when they think outside the box, they do things differently.
Right.
I just know being that age, 19, 20, 21 years old, in my time, that wouldn't have went well. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know. I heard about it. It's like a local thing. I'm not gonna say I got an email. Actually, I did get an email after one of the events I went to, a suit and tie event. I went to, met some good, good wealthy black men, and then talking, and then they said, "Man, you seem like how you said, that's being a community, help out well." So I said, "Man, I like to show my face. I know sometimes I'm shy, but when I get around kids, I kind of open up a little bit, have fun, because that's who I am, my personality. I like to, smile and laugh. I don't like to be serious all the time. So I got an email, said pottery, man. That kind of sound lit. So I went. The first, man, I ain't going to show you the first one I ever did, but, man, I was trying, and, that looked horrible. So I'll try to go back a couple more times to, tighten up my skills, make me a nice little vase, put my little flowers in, make the room smell good and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I ain't even thought about pottery since I thought first thing came to my mind. You said pottery was Ghost, the movie Ghost. You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's what came to my mind when I said pottery. And I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, how did that go about? Because I ain't never known. I ain't gonna lie, brother. You the first brother I ever known to say they did pottery. But I love it because to you, it's like normal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, how'd you get into that? But you know what I mean? I commend you for that. And then one other thing, if you have that choice where then you go into the real world versus the NFL, you said you were real good in golf. Would golf be something that you would pick back up eventually? Maybe even try it on a professional level, being that you say you won a couple awards in golf?
Probably not on a professional level because them guys been doing it for so long, since they was like, or Tiger did it since he was like 3, or them guys been going to tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, I still got my clubs and I go swing at the range in the summer when it's nice or in the spring when it comes out. I haven't played 18 holes in a long time, probably since I was like 15 or 16. I play 9 holes sometimes, but that's a long day. Golf is a long day. Playing the 18 holes, 4 to 5 hours. Being an athlete, a football, D1 football player, I don't really have 4 to 5 hours freely. So, but I still love the game. That was a connection I had with my grandfather before he passed away. He was an amateur golf player. He loved it a lot. So. Man, that's one of them peaceful games, Everybody love it. Yeah. Top golf. Let's go to Top Golf. I'll actually go down to the range. I'll do the real range with them guys, old guys down there betting on money and all that.
I come from a golf family background to a certain extent. My uncle, he was a caddy for like 50 years, literally. Since he was like a teenager until up to the day he died in his 70s. My dad was a caddy. My brother's caddied at some point. My dad used to caddy for like Michael Jordan, Dean Smith, all them guys, Charles Barkley when he was out there. I actually had an uncle. I always make a joke with his daughters that he was the first Tiger Woods. He was Tiger Woods for Tiger Woods because he used to be in the yard like hitting, practicing his putting at my grandmother's house, and this was way before Tiger Woods was even a thought. And I was a kid, and he would come like, man, why don't you come play golf with me? And I'm like, look, I'm like, golf? Ain't got to play that boring game. They don't even no kind of fun other than if I was doing putt. But I'm just like, nah, I'm good. And then, you know, of course, when Tiger came along and we got older, I seen him less and less. And I always thought before he passed, like that's the only regret I had, that before he passed it, I didn't at least get like one round of golf with him just because, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to my mind, before I knew what golf really was, he was Tiger Woods to me in that regard of saying, dang, okay, I know what this game is about. So when Tiger started playing, I actually understood the game from just being around him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So, but you got time, because this is what we do to end our show, the last 30 minutes of show. We actually go by NFL picks. So are you in the NFL like that? Do you like keep up the games? So what we do is we go, everybody picks, makes a pick, and we kind of do like how they do on college game day or the NFL in the morning, wherever, you know, everybody makes a pick. And since you're our special guest today, you know what I'm saying, we're going to let you start off with the first team. Unfortunately, my team, I write things down in order. So we're going to start off with my team or whatever. Who's your NFL team before we can get started?
Y'all gonna give me a lot of flack right now. Man, them Eagles, man.
On your screen to your left, or it might be, I guess, to your left. That's a Cowboys fan. I'm a Washington fan. So we all three in the same division. So we all three in the same division. So, and at the top of the screen, that's a Patriots fan at the top. So basically the first game we got on the docket is we got the Bucks versus the Washington team.
Oh, Bucks. Bucks, no doubt.
By the way, our picks were all wrong last week. All of us picked wrong last week.
Y'all was wrong all week?
All last week.
Oh, no.
The guess was right, but last week we picked all wrong.
Deborah Granger Hockey said that your mom was a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, listen. All right, I ain't gonna expose her, but that woman, yeah, she a Cowboys fan. So yeah, when we play the Eagles and the Cowboys, you know, I'm at the house. I'm texting or I can't be in the same room. If I'm in the same room with her, there's arguments. So I go upstairs. She be in the living room or something. So I'm texting her. Oh, see that hit?
Okay. Oh, that's your mom. Okay, that's your mom. I'm sorry. I thought it was somebody speaking your mom. That's your mom that said she was a Cowboy. So your mom actually exposed herself. You know what I'm saying? So she actually said that she was a Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Miss Hawkins. I thought you were speaking on her behalf. But you know, it's kind of funny before we continue on. My dad, he was a Duke fan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the family, Carolina fans or whatever for the most part. You know, except for my son. I think he's only a Duke fan because his granddad was a Duke fan. That's another story. So anyway, when he passed, my dad, you know, he would have typed, if Duke and Carolina played and Duke lost, he ain't gonna answer his phone for a week, literally. He's not gonna answer his phone. So basically, when he passed, I didn't know they do this to the dead. They make you put dead socks on the dead. So they said, go back, we need socks for him or whatever. So his brother had to go back to the house and get some socks. So he goes in his drawer and gets Carolina socks and puts it on my dad. Damn. You know what I'm saying? I said, and knowing them two, how they are, is basically my uncle telling my dad, I'm going to get the last word. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what that was about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a funny story. I said, boy, I know my dad down there rolling around his grave trying to get these socks. Anyway, yeah, of course, I'm gonna say the Bucks, man. I hate to say it. I don't really hate to say it because I know we're gonna get the brakes beat off us today. It just is what it is. Like I hate to say it. It's just one of those things. Or what? Because it's funny. I was looking at the Georgia game yesterday. I said the only thing that's gonna slow Georgia down is their quarterback remind me of Tyler Heineke of Washington. He's limited. He can make some plays, but he's limited, and he's gonna be the one thing that's gonna stop him from winning the national championship. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But next we got the Saints and the Titans.
Oh, back up, bro. Back up, bro.
What? What?
Don't you go on without me saying something about them Washington Deadskins. Let's talk about them Deadskins. Let's talk about them Deadskins.
What you want to talk about? We know they're terrible. What you want to talk about?
Listen, bro. This is gonna be a funeral. Tom Brady is about to put y'all in the cemetery. It's gonna say R.I.P. Washington football team in parentheses. Welcome to the grave, Deadskins. Oh my goodness, y'all!
Man. Why we bringing up? Why we got to go there? I already know this.
Because as in my James Brown voice, y'all trash. Y'all trash.
I know we trash. Well, I mean, that's why I'm trying to move on. Ain't nothing to talk about. It's one of them games. Ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The only way it's gonna be something to talk about next week is if we pull off the victory, or if Tyler Heineke played in the playoff, play this game like he did in the playoffs last year, and give some highlights. Other than that, that ain't gonna be nothing to talk about. Unless we put Tom Brady out or something. And, like Jason Chase, you don't get a hit on him and put him out for the year, which I hate to say that,
Yeah, y'all should get the new sponsorship by Hefty Trash Bags.
Moving on, man. Moving on. This ain't gonna be Bash Washington Day. That's not what it's about to be. But
okay,
anyway,
man. Okay, we moving on, bro.
You done? You got it all out your system now?
We moving on. We moving on.
Okay. The Saints versus the Titans. Good Lord.
You know what? This is a rough one. I don't know what Jameis is going to get you on Sundays. It's like one Sunday
he out for the season.
He out. Remember, he's hurt.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm tripping. I do not know. I don't know for that one. You know what? I do know. Since he's out, you're right. Since he's out, and then Derrick Henry's out.
And just to let you know, Kamara's out too.
Oh wow.
You know what? Yeah. I'm going with the Titans. I like the Titans. 7-2, right? They 7-2. Yeah, I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Kamara. Yeah. Somebody, whoever Jacquez Hawkins said Titans. Titans man grow up.
Yeah.
He said Titans man grow up. That's your boy.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, okay. He's talking about Titans man grow up. I guess just get on your case because you making the hard decision.
The Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans too.
Yeah. I got Titans. I just don't see, especially without Kamara, because they pretty much rely heavily on him. So I don't see it.
I mean, I'm a say Titans, man, but we're not expecting for Father Time Peterson to give us 100 yards rushing. I hope they're not, because if they're expecting for Adrian Peterson to give us 100 yards rushing, man, they might well put Medea in the backfield.
Not Medea in the backfield. Okay. Oh wow, boy! Something about your mouth sometime, boy. I clear. Now we got the Falcons and the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, nah. Cowboys. Come on, bro. Falcons, yeah. Nah, I'm not coming at us, the Eagles, but you saw what we did to them. Yeah, they ain't together this year. It's the Cowboys.
I want to say Falcons real bad. I really want to say Falcons.
Say it so you can eat those words. Please say that.
I really want them to win.
So I can bring you some humble pie.
I'm gonna go Dallas. I hate to pick them, but I'm gonna
go Dallas. What? Only why I'm gonna say the Cowboys ain't because I think the Cowboys gonna win. Because maybe I go 2 for 2. If I pick the Cowboys, maybe they lose. Since I picked the Cowboys, last week was the first time on this show I picked the Cowboys to win. And they lost. So I'm going to pick them again just so hopefully they'll lose. Maybe I'm they cursed.
And then don't worry, I'll have a slice of humble pie for you too. Humble yourself.
I ain't gonna need a slice of humble pie because I know why I'm picking. I'm picking because I want them to lose.
Man, we're not going to lose. Listen, man. we're not gonna lose against the Atlanta Feathers. No, that's not gonna happen, man. You know, we're not gonna lose against the Feathers.
That's an upgrade. They went from the Penguins to the Feathers now, so that's actually an upgrade.
Yeah. You know, the Penguins, the Feathers. You know, we're not gonna lose to Atlanta, man. Cause like I said, man, please, man, Atlanta can't even get together, man. Like how this is my thing, man. Is like with Atlanta will give you a burst of excitement for a game or two, and then it's like Matt Ryan can only throw a Nerf football like 10 yards. So, you know, I mean, we're not gonna even get into that, man. So you know, we just gonna give you some good hope. I know that you probably Icon E, since you pick since you think all this about Atlanta, man. We're gonna give you a Bible and let you read from the Hope Creed.
The Hope.
Hey, Jawain, your mama told me, she said, well, she told me don't pick me. She said don't pick them men. So your mama don't pick the Cowboys, since that's my theory behind it. So next we got the Browns versus the Patriots. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
No, it's not gonna be interesting. No, it's not.
I'm gonna go to Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because there's no Kareem Hunt, there's no Nick Chubb, there's no Odell. So now Baker Mayfield gotta fall on his sword if he loses. He don't have no. Now everybody gonna see what Baker Mayfield really is. All them people who are on his bandwagon, who coddles little Baker Mayfield like a little baby. Now they gonna see what it really is. Because now you got to show if you're a real quarterback. Because if you're a real quarterback, now you have to throw that ball around a lot. Because I don't care how good Ernest Johnson was or whatever his name was for that one weekend, is he gonna give you that every Sunday? Probably not. So now,
not with no name like Ernest.
Huh?
Not with no name like Ernest.
What with you in the morning? Hey, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna go there. But I was about to make a joke, but I ain't gonna go there, man. I wasn't gonna go there.
Hey, Joy, you know what, man? This is what I think. I think if the Browns had all that I couldn't just name, Bill Belichick was gonna take their coach mind and twist it and ball it up and throw it in the trash. That man was gonna be ready to commit suicide after playing against Bill Belichick. Because you know he's a mad scientist, bro. Like Bill Belichick, most of the coaches, man. Like it's like he already have a game plan to torture the coaches. He don't even much worry about the players. He just torture the coaches, man. Like he a mad genius, man. So and Baker Mayfield, please, man.
No chance. Now that's nothing against Bill Belichick. You already know Bill Belichick know every weakness of Baker Mayfield. So he gonna look like he back in high school or something. He gonna look like he in middle school by the time they get done with him. He gonna make him look real bad. Go ahead, Chris, because I already knew you want to chime in.
You already know I'm on Patriots.
But see, what you ain't got to understand about Baker. You know, Baker, you was riding for Baker, so I don't know. You still riding for Baker now?
All I said was he's a decent quarterback. You were really beating him up, and you too, Jay.
I'm still beating him up.
Well, Crystal, I would just say now that you said he's a decent quarterback, but it seems like to us you was raising the roof for him. But I'm just saying.
Okay. All right.
All right, man. We got the Bills and the Jets. I already know what the pick is, but
boy. Bills, man. The Jets will get by 40-50, man.
You know what though? The Bills that played last week didn't score but 6 points against the Dolphins. The Jets being led by the new quarterback. I think his last name.
The Dolphins. That was the Jaguars.
I'm sorry, the Jaguars. Yeah. But the Jets look formidable with
Michael White.
Quarterback.
Yeah, Michael White.
What's his name?
Yeah. Michael White.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna go on a limb.
I'm gonna put
I don't know either.
I'll be the only one.
Jawain, I don't know either, man.
I'm gonna be the only one that's right.
I don't know it, man.
Pick the Jets.
I don't know if the Jets defense can handle Josh Allen. I just don't think so.
You're probably right.
I don't know. I know they got a good cornerback. They've been, had a good season, but he gonna go get Stephon Diggs this week. So
that's true.
I don't know the way Josh Allen throw the ball.
Why he wasn't throwing it last week?
Oh, that was last week. This week. This last week.
He might still not be throwing it. I'm just going on a limb with the Jets.
It's the same reason why it's the same reason why the Panthers went pounding last week. It's the same reason. It's the same reason why Dak act like he ain't never seen a football in his life last week. I mean,
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
The sun, because the sun shine on a dog's behind one time, don't mean it's gonna do it every time.
That's true.
Well, I ain't gonna say I'm with Chris to the point where I don't think it's gonna be a beat down, because I do think the Jets are playing a little bit better. And NFL's been weird this year. I don't know what's going on in 2021, but games you think a certain team's supposed to win or beat down another team ain't been going on. Because we've been having last week, if we was all betting on these games last week, we had homeless signs out. I would have had the same home sign that say, I seen a homeless guy last week that had a sign that said, "I'm too ugly." He's too ugly to be a prostitute. So I was like, but I was going past him. I was like, man, if I had time, if I was in the vicinity, I would have gave him money just because of that sign. That joker, and he was an older guy. It was probably he's, I don't know, he probably he's in his 60s. But he's too ugly to be a prostitute. I said, hey, look, that's a different approach to being homeless than saying, I'm home, I need money. You know what I'm saying? You might well, if you out here, you might well make it funny. You know what I'm saying? But that's a little bit different for me. But I just think it's gonna be a little bit closer, whatever than people may think. It is a division game. So sometimes division games get a little tricky, but I do think they're still gonna win. I just don't think it's gonna be no beat down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got the Jags and the Colts. This one is a little interesting. This is
I'm gonna say the Colts, man, because Wentz is playing, I can say halfway decent. It's not from what we used to see, but and I can say that Trevor Lawrence, I mean, if we don't really think this was a fluke, if we really think this will happen every week with the team that Trevor Lawrence got, because he don't have a good defense. He definitely run for his life the whole game. So I'm gonna take the Colts, man. I'm gonna just take the Colts.
I think the Colts too. I like their defense, so I think I'm gonna take the Colts.
I got the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Colts. But Carson Wentz is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get from Sunday to Sunday. But from you pick up we got the cherries. You know what I'm saying? So let you like them cherry chocolates like that. But every time I got those are the ones with the coconuts in it, I used to be mad. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't even know who ever came up with the concept of the box of chocolates and put all them different flavors in. I still want to kick them in their head for whoever came up with that concept. You know what I'm saying? Just give me one or two, or at least put the flavors on the outside of the box so I know. You got 10 different flavors in a box of chocolate, just don't make no doggone sense. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, I got the Colts, but like I said, I think it's gonna be closer than the experts say, and it's gonna be a little bit tighter. So now we got the Lions and the Steelers. Please, let me say this, Jawain, because you're the only one that don't know this. I got a great nephew that played for Lions. He a rookie, Maleen McNeil.
Okay.
And I've been crying for him not the last couple of weeks, but it was 2 weeks this season. They lost by the same exact score, 19-17, both times on the last walk-off field goal in both games, and it was the same exact score. So I just want them to at least get one win this year, just to give them confidence. They're a young team going into next year.
Isn't Ben out, right?
Huh?
Ain't Ben out, right? For the Steelers, he out, right?
Yeah, that's another thing. Ben is out today too, just to let y'all know.
That's good. What?
I think this is a tough one. You know, I think Dwayne Haskins is back up, so they got a decent quarterback. The Lions, I don't know. Jared Goff has not getting it done. I don't know. You know? But
so is it Haskins or is it Mason Rudolph?
Nah, I think it's gonna be Dwayne Haskins. I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah, I think Haskins too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, okay.
For the Steelers. I like their defense. I like the Steelers defense. They always got a pretty good defense.
I'm gonna go Detroit. Detroit gets their first win today.
Yeah, I am too. The football guys maybe jumped helping them out, being out, and
I want to say Detroit.
Finally play halfway. So.
Well, you know, bad as I want to say Detroit, man, I just want to say, man, it's no enthusiasm on putting on the Detroit's jersey, man. So I mean, I just want to say, I'm like you, E. Maybe the football guys gonna help him, man. But man, Detroit boy, like it's like they curse, man. You know, and so you know, and like if you look at the coaches on the sideline of Detroit, these coaches are like they lost. It's like I just need to send a message to them: 1-800, please don't jump.
And you know what's crazy though? Detroit is the one team. You know how they say it's something in the water. Detroit might be the one team they can say because we know Michigan got the bad water. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's something in the water in Detroit.
I don't know, man.
Well, how long has it been in the water then?
Huh?
For 40 years.
The water's been bad for some years now, so I don't know. Maybe the water's
Detroit been bad longer than them years.
Yeah, man.
Well, maybe the water been bad the whole time. We just didn't know the water was bad.
We just didn't know. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get them something. I'm trying to get them some kind of help. I mean, the last time they've been even decent was when Barry Sanders was there, and then they ran him out of town because he got tired of being star. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so but anyway, man. Oh my God. The Vikings versus the Chargers.
No, the Chargers.
Why you say the Chargers?
Because Cousins gonna find some way to screw it up in the third quarter. And I think Herbert is one of the most underrated QBs in the league, you know. And I think he has a supporting cast. They probably just missing about one piece to really get them over the hump, but I think they can beat Minnesota though. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go Chargers.
You going Chargers?
Vikings very well could beat them though.
I don't know. You know, this one's shaky for me.
It's close.
It's shaking because Cousins do have, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not gonna say he got more weapons. I just feel like to me he got a better running back. So
definitely,
you know, he got somebody in his arsenal in the back. If he can't throw the ball, he can give it to, you know. I'm gonna go to Vikings, man. I think Dalvin Cook is talking to me. I think he's gonna have a day. That's what
Okay.
The thing about the Vikings, it's kind of like my man Jacob the Great say, when it comes to Kirk Cousins, you don't know if you're going to get first cousin, you don't know if you're going to get third cousin, you don't know if you're going to get distant cousin. So you don't know what cousin you're going to get. You're going to get the cousin that do the right thing all the time. You know the cousin that stay in jail, the cousin that behind your back. You don't know what cousin you're going to get. But, oh my God. I'm like you, Jawain, man. This is a very difficult one for me. So I'm not picking of a thing of conviction or pumping my chest out, win, lose. So I'm gonna just say the Chargers just because they at home, it's sunny, you know, LA, whatever it is. You know, I think they playing SoFi too, right? Don't they playing SoFi Stadium too? So they play out there SoFi too. So I just think maybe because all of that element I'm gonna play to say the Chargers, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way. But I like Josh Herbert, but I'm gonna say the Chargers. Next we got the Panthers versus the Cardinals. So your boy probably playing this week. Cam, is he playing?
No, who gonna play? Cause Sam Donald hurt.
They got Walker. They got PJ Walker.
They got who?
Oh my God, they got PJ Walker. They definitely gonna lose.
What you say?
I don't know about this one.
Crystal.
Cam, they gonna lose. They still
Crystal,
lose to the Cardinals either way.
Hey, Crystal, what you say? They got PJ Walker. You talking about like Fear the Walking Dead? PJ Walker. Get out of here, man.
I'm just saying what the quarterback is.
I don't really make a difference.
Cardinals. Cardinals. They're good.
Yeah, of course.
Cardinals, they 8-1, right? They
So don't the Cardinals got a backup quarterback?
I don't know.
You know they got a backup quarterback?
Yeah, who cause Kyler Murray was out last week. Who was the backup quarterback last week?
Because they won last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they won.
The backup. It was Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy, he's formidable. He's decent. He's not as bad as people make him out to be. Because even with my sorry Washington team, he won a few games for us that we shouldn't have won. Over the years. So Colt McCoy better than what you think he is. And like I said, I'm kind of with Crystal. I don't care if they had Cam or not. I don't think they're gonna win this game. Not that they ain't in Arizona. Or Phoenix or whatever they playing in Arizona.
So let me find out that you ride for Colt McCoy.
Huh?
What you mean?
Let me find you ride for Colt McCoy. What you gonna send him some cappuccino too?
Just because I said the man won a couple of games, why I got to be riding for him?
You know what? You just ride for him, man. You're campaigning for him, bro. Man, you campaigning for that man like he about to run for Secretary of State.
Put it to like this. I would have had Tyler Haneke and Colt McCoy over Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Okay.
Make it happen for about 5 or 6 games every year. I don't know.
Hey, well, I mean, he about 40 now, so he might be done. So I don't see him.
That's true.
I don't even know if he's coming back this year. But anyway, next we got the Eagles versus the Broncos.
Okay, what you think I'm gonna pick? I don't even. What you think I'm gonna pick?
I don't know.
Don't pick with your heart. Don't pick with your heart.
Is that your head and your heart?
Hey man. Sometimes I'm hoping y'all beat.
Now you can have heart and head.
I'm hoping y'all beat Teddy Stillwater. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping y'all beat him, man, because he was kind of electrified against my Cowboys last week. So somebody got to represent the NFC East, and I'm hoping y'all beat Teddy Stillwater for real.
No, you should want them to. You should want the Broncos to win, so it won't make the Cowboys look that bad. Because
I don't care about that.
That man ain't nowhere near his name back. After he beat now, he needs his real name back.
The Eagles, the Deadskins, or the New York Midgets are nowhere in the competition of the NFC East, so we can't worry about that right there.
So the Cowgirls good for one year. The Cowgirls good for 1 year, and all of a sudden you out they Super Bowl champs.
Man, look, man. Let's not talk about them Deadskins. Ain't never been out of cemetery.
He don't want to.
First of all, we won the division last year. Did we win the division last year?
Ain't winning no division, man. That's just barely getting by. Get out of here.
Were we in the playoffs? Yes or no? That don't even matter. All the records don't matter. If you in, you in.
Y'all, so I would say that y'all stood up the grass,
Jawain, answer me a question, right?
Y'all ain't did nothing but kill the grass.
League, I don't know how it works as far as because y'all consider what D2?
No, we D1.
We D1. So if y'all end up 6-5, y'all get into a bowl game.
Nah, because we lost 2 games in the conference. So South Carolina State, they haven't lost no games in the conference. So they automatically gonna win.
But if you get in whatever, how have you been? Doesn't matter how you get in. Doesn't matter how you get in. Doesn't matter how you when you beat
You're right.
If you won by 40 or you won by 3. Do it matter how you won as long as you won.
The W is the W.
Oh man,
exactly.
W is
the W. So,
but he don't want to talk about when do the Cowboys go to the playoffs, and when they do, what round do they go into? They lose first round every time.
This hate is so real. I love it. So we got pastor and we got apostle. Bring the ushers in the church.
I'm just saying. Dang, at least make a run, make a stretch. Y'all do all that hard work to get put out first round. God dang.
No man, I swear, boy. These pastors are fire breathing this morning, man. Like, what scripture y'all read from?
Hey,
Jerry Jones' first chapter, verse 2 through 4. That's what y'all read from.
Man.
What's the next game, man?
Next game, I thought we reading the comments over here too. I forgot to put up. Next game we got is the Seahawks versus the Packers.
I'm gonna pick the Seahawks because Russell Wilson back.
Nah.
I can't pick no Packers, bro.
That hand's still tender, man. I'm going with the Packers. I'm going with Aaron. That hand's
you going Aaron, man?
I'm going. Hey, that hand is. I don't care all that stuff he was doing every pregame, but since he's been hurt, they've been showing him working on his hips and talking to himself. Oh, down the field, we gotta get on the line. No. I'm not jacking none of that. Aaron Rodgers, cheesehead. I'm going cheesehead.
What you got, Kristen?
I'm gonna go Packers too.
There you go. Smart.
I'm going Packers on this one.
Why you so y'all going Packers just cause of Russell Wilson coming back off an injury?
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, I'm not. You always be riding Aaron Rodgers, old Stephen A. Smith Jr. self. I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Can you at least do this for the culture, man? If you going Aaron Rodgers?
Listen, I'm going Aaron Rodgers just because of the fact that when Aaron Rodgers kind of like in a situation like this, he actually plays better. If you ever notice when Aaron Rodgers kind of get in controversial situations or situations where like they lose and then people come and start bashing them for losing and they be like, oh, y'all overreacting or blah, blah, blah. The next week, he always plays better and shows up and shows out. Like, he very seldom loses after he's in a situation where like he looks like he may be losing it or whatever. He always shows up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay.
I forgot about Aaron Rodgers and the COVID stuff. I forgot about that.
Is Devontae back?
He said the COVID stuff.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I didn't know if they ruled him to play or not. You know how Kyrie Irving, he can't play.
He got cleared. He got cleared.
To play.
So the question is, how did he get cleared that quick?
Cheesehead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's for Wednesday night. That's for Wednesday night show. That's for Wednesday night show. We don't know what that is.
He had a name.
I don't care, Chris. Though, if that was somebody else, they wouldn't have been cleared that quick. We know this, but
they've already done it. That's the league of people who was cleared. You think they just showing favoritism to Aaron Rodgers?
They what? It's three golden boys. It's three golden boys that's played quarterback in the NFL in the last 10 years.
And you better not say Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Peyton Manning. Golden boys. No, 4. Eli. The
Eli
fourth
should be in that group. I don't even know Eli in that group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
Eli, I don't know that.
Because his last name Manning, you better believe it.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that. I don't even know why he even in that group. But then we got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Now this game is the game I want to see.
Tough one.
It's gonna be
no
a good
tough one, man. The Chiefs, man, get out of here, man. I'm gonna pick the Raiders all day.
One Chiefs.
That ain't no tough. I'm
You
gonna
said
pick the Raiders, man.
all day? So you that positive the Raiders gonna beat the Chiefs?
It ain't that much of a given now, Jacob. Come
Yes,
on.
he did.
Listen, man. So y'all must have not seen what I've been seeing from the Chiefs. Okay.
I'm not saying, but this is a division game. It's a rival game. I'm not gonna say and Raiders defense ain't the best in the world. So I ain't the worst either. Not gonna necessarily slow them down. You know, so I mean, I can see it going either way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sold either way. To be honest with you, I'm not sold if it's the Raiders or the Chiefs. Now,
go ahead and pick Mahomes because that's your boy. Because you can't play for him like too.
I was gonna say the Raiders. I was actually gonna say the Raiders because they're at home. I was gonna say the Raiders because they're at home.
There's too much going on in Las Vegas. People ain't focused.
They ain't focused.
Hey, they out there gambling all their money away on the weekend.
Yeah, they had.
Hey man, whether there's something going on, Jawain, if there's nothing going on, they in Vegas, they gonna toss it up regardless. Yes, sir. That's Vegas, man. That's Vegas, bro.
Last but not least, we got the who you get, Crystal? You said I ain't have any.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
You gonna go Chiefs? Okay.
I'm
Last but not least,
put it together.
Bless your hearts.
All right, we're gonna see how you talk Wednesday night. The Chiefs win this game. We're gonna see how you talk. Like, I'm not sold. I'm just saying the Raiders gonna win. I'm just saying the Raiders gonna win because they home, but you know what I mean? You know what? Nah, forget that. I'm going with my boy. I'm going with my homeboy. Forget that. I'm going with my homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, man. Listen, man.
He gonna get back on. He gonna get back on his thing. He gonna get back on his game this week. This gonna be the game. He's gonna put up 4-5 touchdowns.
Your Twitter name should be @the campaign manager.
hey, when I ride, my brother tell you that. If I ride with you, I still ride with Barry Bonds. Everybody and people threw him under the bus. I still ride with Barry Bonds.
Right.
So if I ride with you, I ride with you. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
So last but not least, Rams versus the Niners.
Man, listen, man. That's like a midget versus the Big Show.
Oh,
it's little person, Jacob.
Yeah. He about to have a little person walk up on him and him in his
knee. It's little person.
You can't be calling them midgets like that, man. They don't like that name.
Hey, man, listen. You said the Niners and the Rams. That's like a midget versus the Big Show.
Listen, the Rams is doing they doing their thing. I think they like 7-2 also. They doing their thing with these trades and pickups. I don't know. I think getting Matt Stafford was, best decision for them, man. Jared Goff got these weapons, he can't even use them. So Matt Stafford been taking advantage. He's been taking advantage of Cooper Kupp now. I'm just saying that right now.
You're right.
Cooper Kupp is balling, and now you got Odell. Then you got a good defensive line. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go
Rams is having a season. I don't even see him come out the game. He's everywhere. Safety, corner, slot.
Who was that?
Oh, Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey earned all his money. Like Jalen Ramsey earning every bit of his money now.
Right.
Like, they got him all over. They got him tackling. They got him covering. They got him doing everything.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Hey, Aaron Donald will have about 4 or 5 sacks, at least 3. Believe that.
Well, they're gonna double him. He's gonna open up for somebody else to get.
What you talking about this week?
They always double him.
The
They
other guy
always double
was
him, Crystal.
Well, that's true.
And somehow he always fight off double teams, man, and just wreak havoc. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
and he's not that big, man. He's only like 6'1", 6'2".
Who
So compared to other defensive linemen,
Yeah.
compared to other defensive linemen, he's not that big. But he's strong as an ox, though. That boy bad. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the Rams, but I think it'll be closer because of the fact that Odell Beckham, I don't think gonna be playing this week. Because he just got picked Friday, and then Ben Robert Woods is out for the year. I think it's gonna be a struggle for them to score.
Though.
It's gonna be close.
I don't know. I think he might
put up 30-something points. I think it's gonna be like maybe like 20 to 10 or 20 to 13. I don't think it's gonna be like no 30-something to 14 type of game. I don't think it's gonna be like that.
I think man, they're gonna play right away. You know, you seen the Ravens a couple weeks ago when Le'Veon Bell got signed. Played right that week. Got signed Friday, played Sunday.
It's never the running back, though. You know that the running back, you can throw him in and throw a few plays. You know, up the gut.
Yeah.
You know,
a route is a route. Hey, Odell, run a post route. Hey, run a slant. It's concepts. Football doesn't change. You know, it's just different concepts. You know, different teams. All right, this what getting used to Matt Stafford probably, but to get hit Odell on a slant, a curl, a hitch. Yeah, that's just football. I think he might play. I think, you know.
That's right. Yeah. I can see that. And I kind what you said, it's gonna be close game, man. Like I just want to know, what did you have in your cup this morning? Was it wine? Was it wine? Was it malt liquor? Was it beer? Like what you got in your cup?
My thing is, listen. Anytime it's a division games always come time like when you're familiar with each other, you don't necessarily dominate a division game all the time. Right. So I just think with all the stuff that's going on, I don't know if Odell even got cleared because, like I said, he cleared Friday. You still got to go through from physical to one team to the physical and all of that kind of stuff. So whether they wanted to throw him in or not, they probably couldn't have. And I just think that, you know, Robert Woods is such part of the game plan. It may take a couple of quarters to kind of get adjusted with him not being out there. So I just think that at the end of the day, you know, the Rams going to cover enough points. But I don't think it's going to just dominate them like that from the beginning to end. I just don't think it's going to go down like that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But anyway, Jawain, I want to thank you for coming on, brother. Thank you, and you know, being a part of the show. You could have been anywhere this morning. You came on with 910 Sports, and I appreciate it. Let everybody know what all your Twitters, your whatever y'all use, y'all young people use. I know if I say Facebook, be like, my daughter, that's for old people. So whatever y'all using these days, what you using these days?
My Twitter and Instagram is I am J Granger _. That's only two things I use. You know, I use those two platforms to you know, post of anything about DSU, how the season going. I don't really post personal stuff here and there, maybe some quotes or something, but I love posting about my team, man. I just if y'all seen you know how Delaware State was over the years, just bad rep, the bottom of the conference and all that. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm just saying it. We held them teams this year. You're not just coming into Dover and just leaving like, oh, that's a W. Been some hard fought battles there. We lost 3 games to 6. You know, we ball over here, so man. Thanks for having me, though.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, man, and just good luck in your future endeavors. It's 910 Sports.
Hold on,
910 Sports. Huh?
I can hold on 1 second. Jawain, I do want to say congratulations for getting Player of the Week back in October.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Player of the Week.
Thank you.
An interception, 4 tackles, and
4 tackles and a forced fumble sack.
Yeah. So congratulations, and congratulations on everything else too. Graduating, your degrees, everything.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, appreciate you coming on this 910 Sports. We'll be on 910 Sports Reloaded on Bigo Live Wednesday night. Just keep up with it throughout the week on 910 Sports /COG Radio on whatever. And just look for different platforms for us for y'all to check us out or whatever. So we'll let y'all next time. It's your boy Jacob the Great. My girl's Crystal AKC Murder with Jacob the Great personality. You know what I'm saying? Crystal aka C Murder. And it's your boy Icon. Holla.
We out.